Now, let's see how we are going to graph y equals -2 times tangent x minus pi over 4. Okay. Recall again, tangent x is the graph here. Starting, let's say, from origin and going up. On the left-hand side, you have this branch. So between here, negative pi over 2 to the positive pi over 2 for x, that's one period. One period. So that's tangent. Let's see x minus pi over 4, this graph first, without considering -2. Previously, in order to have the quantity after tangent, which is x, be 0, you just need 0 for tangent x. Right now, if you have x minus pi over 4, you want this quantity end up with 0, because you then have a tangent 0 is 0. For the same value, previously x is 0, you have a 0. Now, in order to have x minus pi over 4 be 0, you get tangent 0 is 0. So you need x will be pi over 4. You plug in pi over 4 here. You will do x. Here is pi over 4 minus pi over 4. You get 0. So in order to have a 0 value for y, previously you just need x be 0. Now you need x be pi over 4. And here is the algebra here. X minus pi over 4 is 0. Add pi over 4 on both sides. You have x equals pi over 4. So this point originally was here. Now it goes to here. Okay. Similarly for those two key values. Previously you need -1 for y. X just need to be negative pi over 4. Now this quantity is x minus pi over 4. So in order to have a value behind tangent x be negative pi over 4, you need x minus pi over 4 be this quantity. You set up an equation here. Add pi over 4 on both sides. X needs to be 0. Indeed, 0 minus pi over 4 is pi over 4. And pi over 4 negative, choose tangent negative pi over 4, you have a -1. Similarly, you can do this x minus pi over 4, you want to get that, x has to be pi over 2. Okay, so basically you can see is 0 shifted to pi over 4, negative pi over 4 shifted to 0. So 0 shifted to pi over 4, negative pi over 4 would be here, then shifted to 0. Still, that will be pi over 4 unit to the right. So basically, this x minus pi over 4 is pi over 4 playing a rule is shifted pi over 4 units to the right. Okay. Now, after we get tangent x minus pi over 4, then we need to multiply it by -2. -1 multiplied by -2, we get +2. This is how when we plug in 0 here, and we get +2 here. So this red curve will be y equals -2 times tangent x minus pi over 4. So the graph will be this one. This one. So you see between 0 and pi over 2 is the one right here. That will be between 0 and pi over 2. Here is pi over 2. And you have pi over 4 here. Okay, when x is 0, you have a positive 2 here. Okay, so this would be the correct graph. The graph is actually flipped based on x-axis. It was increasing, is decreasing. Okay, all right. So once we figure out this picture, we know here behind tangent x minus pi over 4 is pi over 4 unit positive to the right, shifting. Negative 2 is flipped the original picture, okay, and it makes the graph slimmer. Previously, like, was a little bit wide, now it goes slimmer. Okay, all right, that's basically the lecture for this part. I'll see you next time.